Over the last decade, the use of electronic cigarettes, commonly referred to as vapes, has seen a dramatic increase. Marketed as a safer alternative to smoking, these devices offer a cleaner option for adults looking to kick their habits. In the last few years, however, a device known as the Juul has broken onto the scene. And while it claims it's marketed towards adults, it has found its way into the hands of underage users who have never smoked before. I sat down with some individuals involved with the newest trend and took a deeper look into the world behind the nicotine delivery device that is taking the nation by storm. I spoke with a high school student who uses the Juul.
Kyle, I'm 17 years old, junior in high school. I've been using the Juul for about 6 months now. It's very addictive. Tried to quit. I just can't.
He helped explain what a Juul is and how it works.
Yeah, so the Juul, so it's like, this is the battery pack, this is what you buy, and then you charge it, it's magnetic. Then these are the pods. Don't even know what type of juice that is. The pods are not FDA approved, which is bad, but oh well, it's some type of juice. There's different flavors. Mint's the popular one. Mango is also very popular. And so you just plug it in. The light lights up. No button. Vapes have button. There's no button. You just hit it. Just breathe in.
I asked Kyle how many pods he uses in a day.
How many pods do I go through a day? Probably maybe like one or two. But if it's the weekend and you have a fun night, you're going out, you can finish a pod in a couple hours. Friends want to hit it, and it's just gone like that. And then you're buying more just like that. So I guess on the weekdays, an average one or two. Weekends, 4 maybe. It's quick.
And the most he's ever gone through in one day by himself?
3. That's aggressive. It was very aggressive.
Kyle has gone as far as to give his Juul a name.
Joel Embiid, Sixers basketball player, one of my favorite, just fits well.
I asked Kyle if he ever uses his Juul in school during the day.
I do use my Juul sometimes in class. The teacher is writing notes on the board and you just get a real quick, and then bathroom breaks. You go in the bathroom, 5 kids just passing around some Juuls, and you just, every time someone walks in, you kind of give them that like quick look to like make sure it's like someone cool, You don't want to get caught. At first, it was easy because we charge it right on our laptop. You just use a USB plug, and like you charge it, and teachers won't even know. We just say, oh, it's it's USB, like it's memory. But now, like once teachers know, like they're catching us, and kids get suspended, and yeah, it's bad. But probably like 2 kids this year.
While it's not illegal to use tobacco products under the age of 18, you must be that age to buy them. That forces underage users like Kyle to find alternative ways to acquire their pods. I spoke to Hermes, a self-described black market pod dealer, to gain insight on the world beyond the convenience store counter.
Well, when I first started out, I was maybe only moving like a pack a day. But as time goes on, it gained popularity. I'm moving hundreds at a time. Man, everybody loves this stuff. Depending where I'm at, I'll be selling them to anybody from 12 up to 20 if I'm out in Cali, because they have the 21-year-old laws over there, so people can't get them as early. But hey, if the price is right, sometimes I'll move them to like 7, 8, 9.
And the demand for Juul pods never seems to stop.
I've been selling Juuls for as long as I can remember. Hey, what's up? No, man, I'm not busy. Hey, how much you need? Okay, I can do that. All right, man, that's going to be about 70. I'll meet you over at Exonet in about half an hour. Is that cool? All right, peace.
Was that a customer?
Say that.
$70 seems a little steep.
5th graders, am I right?
At this point, it was clear that Hermes was pressed for time, but we continued the interview anyway.
Yeah, man, like I said, I've been selling as long as I can remember. Anyone that ever goes out to Sheets, Get-Go, BP, all that, I got them cleaned out so I can control the market, drive up the price. If they can't buy them anywhere else, I can sell them for whatever I want. They usually go for like 20 a pop, 15 if we're cool, 10 if we're good friends.
Despite the inventory that he buys, Hermes made his position on Juul usage very clear.
Do I use a Juul? Nah, man, I'm all natural. Camel Blues, Marlboro Reds.
I asked Hermes if he was afraid of getting caught for what he does.
Nah, I'm not worried about getting exposed. All my customers know I like to run a tight ship, keep things down on lock. So, it's all good.
Everyone knows in my high school to go to Hermes. He's just the guy. You just go online or hit him up, and he'll just get you pods. It's easy as that. Cool guy. He's very smooth. It's not sketchy at all. And you just got to tip him an extra like couple bucks, and it's easy. He makes money, and you get pods. You just ask him, where do you want to meet? And Hermes will send you a destination. You just go there, and it's pretty smooth. It doesn't take long at all. Honestly, I barely see his face sometimes. He's just always wearing a hat, just very secretive guy.
But going through Hermes means that Kyle has to pay a premium.
I know in the store, they're about, they range between 10 to 20, but because I'm underage, I usually have to pay more, so usually around 20, sometimes 25. But, the more you buy it, and if you buy in bulk, they'll be cheaper, so sometimes you can get it, down to, $10 a pack. But you just gotta know Hermes. That's all it's about, connections.
With the added expenses, I asked Kyle if he ever finds himself scrapping for change to pay for his habit.
All the time, quarters, you get your piggy bank, you're just, shaking in all the quarters, you get friends, you're like, all right, you want to throw me in, I'll give you one pod, because 4 pods come in a pack, so sometimes we'll split them, because, people are just fiending for pods. It's bad.
The jury is still out on whether or not electronic cigarettes are safer than smoking, but studies so far have shown promising results to back up the claims. Whether you believe underage Juul use is a problem is for you to decide, but it appears that as long as these devices exist, young users will keep people like Hermes in business.